Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to RAMP Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. It is PIP Mondays, and we say Crazy Mondays. Is there a new forest going on at Mel's Bar? Check it out. It's a big deal. I'm telling you, the vibe is on down there at Mel's Bar. But we always say, pray when you're going out, pray when you're coming in. And always remember, God is in control, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to RAMP Promotions, PIP Mondays. It's a beautiful thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I promised a joke tonight, but I'm going to stay away from the jokes. Because life is getting very, very serious in terms of reality. So I'm going to give some inspiration. So check this out. Let's start with some inspiration. Listen carefully, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the show.
Keep doing your work like the driver, the pilot, and the captain, and leave the rest in control of the God. You relax on a bus when you don't know the driver. You relax in a plane when you don't know the pilot. You relax in a boat when you don't know the captain. So why not relax in life knowing that God is in control?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, always remember, God is in control. If you can relax everywhere else, just remember, relax with God. Relax in life, because God is in control. You know, that's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, that's an inspiration right there for many of us. So I'm going to give you the second inspiration, because we're changing things around. I think it's best to give inspiration to everybody. We all need it right now. And here's a second one, and we're going to go to regular programming after that. So stand by, ladies and gentlemen, as I bring that to your screen to help to motivate you throughout your journey. Here we go. So let's bring that on the stage, and then we're going to go to regular programming. So here we go. So let's go. Okay, so we're waiting for that to come around. For some reason, it's not cooperating, but we'll get it to work. Just give me a second. Let's get that going again. Here we go.
Deserve to see what happens when all of your hard work pays off. Keep going, because you're stronger than you think you are. Keep going, because every step forward brings you one step closer to your goals. Keep going, because the best is yet to come. Keep going, because you deserve to see what happens when all of your hard work pays off. Keep going, because you're stronger than you think you are. Keep going, because every step forward brings you one step closer to your goals. Keep going, because the best is yet to come.
Always remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Always keep going. Never give up. Never give up in this life. Keep strong. Keep to your faith and keep going, because you're one step closer to your dreams. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to PIP Mondays. We had DJ Latta was here earlier, and he's heading home because it's late. Yeah, he was on a long journey, and we wish him the rest of the journey home safe. You know, Godspeed. Big up to DJ Latta. You'll see him here soon. I'm telling you. So we also on Saturday night, you remember Saturday Night Vibes. We had DJ Extension here, and that was a big deal. You know what I mean? You want to check back on that interview with DJ Extension. And now we're going to, this week, we're going to also link him with my nephew, DJ Asher D, in the UK, for him to also be on passionradiouk.com. And also for my nephew to take him under his wings to guide him through the process to get his work out there and see where his stars will take him. So that's a beautiful thing. So hats off to DJ Extension, a young artist, reggae artist from Clarendon, Jamaica. That's a big deal. And coming up, we're gonna tie down the hot gossip series. So DJ Latta is around. So we're gonna have the meeting of the minds so that we can set a date so that DJ Latta and myself can speak with Mr. Lee and Ishi from Hot Gossip so that we can get a date to tie up that series. Also, Dragon Force from Mad and the Mad Squad, DJ Latta and myself will be combining to make sure that we get onto a date for them to get back in and tell their stories. Also, Shine Skull Movements, that's a mobile sound system in St. Elizabeth, that's named St. Elizabeth in Jamaica. That's my family as well. He'll be on here to tell his story very soon. So like, share, subscribe, comment, and click that notification bell. So Shine Skull Movements, we're going to tie a date down for that that sound system. That's a mobile sound system, looking good too. And that's going to be a daytime interview. So stand by for that, ladies and gentlemen. Also, DJ Ashley, remember my nephew, passionradiouk.com. It's on every Friday between 6 to 8 p.m. UK time. That's GMT time. So you can do the calculations of where you are in the world and what time it is in England compared to where you are. So he's on 6 to 8 p.m. Every week. So I'm going to put that up in a second, the poster, so you can see it to remind yourself. But big up to DJ Ashley. That show is blazing. You know what I mean? Also, DJ Ashley is a well-known producer. He's a well-known producer of the music. So he'll be back on air here. You can check our previous podcast when we talked to DJ Ashley and he gave you his story. So we're going to have a follow-up with him on his show. You just keep it locked here. Like, share, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell. Also, we have some European reggae artists that will be on here live, and DJ Latta is putting that date together. So you've heard him play one of them, but we have a bunch of them going to be on the show live. And also remember the NARAMP UK family. That date is coming real soon, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell. You don't want to miss when we're on with those European artists and also the NARAM family in England. They'll be on here to tell you. It's going to be a series because one show cannot pack in all the information they're gonna give you. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to touch into some U.S. immigration that is extremely important right now. Then we're going to touch into some community events, and then we're going to close the show. We're going to play some music and close the show. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. So let's start with there was a Jamaican man who was deported to Africa. Can you imagine that? I'm telling you, he was he was deported to Africa. What am I going to say? You know, Uncle Donald is doing his job here. So he sent him to Africa. So let's bring that up real quick and see what went on there. The Jamaican that was deported to Canada. I don't know how he got to Canada, but you know, let's see. So let's bring that on here and listen to it for a second. We're going to comment on it and then move on from there. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So let me bring that on your screen right now and play a couple of minutes of this. So let's get to it. right now. So here we go.
21 network. So I have two stories that I'm going to be reacting to today. And these two stories, they're coming out of America. And the thing about these stories, when I first saw them, the first thing that came to my mind that it's probably a good thing that the Jamaica Labour Party won the election. And because I believe that the Jamaica Labour Party, the continuity of the government, that they are more likely equipped to deal with these type of situation with the American government, especially under this Donald Trump administration. I think sometimes it is not good to change government, especially when you have a difficult government to deal with, such as the Trump administration. And I don't think it's a secret that the American government, not just this Trump administration, but the American government overall have had a better relationship with the Jamaica Labour Party. I think it's safe to say that the American government, that they are more comfortable dealing with the Jamaica Labour Party.
Let's move that forward a little bit.
Relationship that they had with Michael Manley. So
let's move that forward.
The Trump administration, third country deportation, and he was sent to Africa. So I'm going to press play and going to react to this.
Okay, let's get that off here.
I'd like to maybe...
Okay, so let's get rid of that and go back to regular programming. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
To this video.
Jamaican man who was deported by the United States to the southern African country of Eswatini, formerly Swaziland, is now in Jamaica. Orville Etoria was deported to Eswatini in July and held in a maximum security prison there for more than 7 weeks without charge. Etoria, a Jamaican national who had lived in the United States since childhood with lawful permanent resident status, was deported in July under President Donald Trump's third country deportation program, a policy that sent individuals to nations where they had no ties. On Sunday, September 21st, 2025, Orville Etoria was repatriated to Jamaica. He was warmly welcomed by members of his family.
Okay, guys, so that's the first story that I want to look at. So it is so interesting.
So let's put a disclaimer here. It says that he lived in the United States for a very long time with a green card. Now, you got to also realize that a green card does not guarantee permanency in the country, even though it says permanent residence. So if you commit a crime, especially one that gives you jail time over a year, or a DUI, that and other criminal activity or breaking the law, that in itself can exclude you from the country. It's very serious now. If you have a green card and you qualify for citizenship, this is the time you should think about getting but get your citizenship. At least you have another level up. Just do not, while applying for citizenship, do not misrepresent yourself or leave out vital information. All right, so that's the disclaimer I'm going to put on there. But there was an issue why he was sent to a third country. It's not just taking a person that's legally here with no problems and just removing them from the country. It doesn't work like that. The laws of the United States still work, and there's laws here to protect green card holders and citizens. So therefore, he had a problem. There was some problem that caused him to be removed from the country. So that is something we'd have to research to find out what those problems were that merit the U.S. government to remove him from the country. So I'm not going to do any research on it. I saw the news. I'm not too sure if this is correct, but when I saw it, I had to bring it to you. I did not check the facts on that one. So somebody can tell me in the comment section if this is correct. However, if this is the case and he was a green card holder, then I know there was a problem. There had to be a problem with him or his background, why they removed him from the country. So let's move on from there. And we're going to talk about Trump crackdown on U.S. citizenship sponsors. So there is a crackdown on sponsors. This has been going on a very long time. It's just that they're scrutinizing it more right now and enforcing some of the laws around that right now. So it's something that has been on the books. It has not changed. It's just that they're now intensifying their scrutiny and also their oversight on these situations where a person sponsors someone from into the United States, and that person becomes a burden on the federal government. Here we go.
Was sponsoring immigrants for a green card, especially if they suspect that those immigrants are going to take or have taken public benefits.
Let's start this again.
So the Trump administration is now going to go after U.S. citizens who are sponsoring immigrants for a green card, especially if they suspect that those immigrants are going to take or have taken public benefits that they're not supposed to take. Who's affected? When is this going to be implemented? All the information in this video.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, we'll break down new rules, new enforcement rules that the Immigration Service just posted on their Meta account, stating that they are going to be going after U.S. citizens who are sponsoring green card holders, signing affidavit of support, specifically those that take public benefits that they're not supposed to take. Now they're going to go after these U.S. citizens, making them pay back or even file court cases against them, and sometimes, and in other cases, actually fine them large amounts. Now, this has always been the case that if you sign the affidavit of support, it's a contract between you and the government, and they were supposed to enforce these regulations, but this never happened. Well, now things are changing. So in this video, we'll talk about what are some of these public benefits, specifically the 6 main public benefits that if you as an immigrant will take advantage of, the U.S. citizen sponsor that signed your affidavit of support will be in trouble. And then we'll cover what are the benefits that you actually allowed to take while going through the green card process. And if you take those benefits, you'll be fine, and your U.S. citizen sponsor will also be fine. And finally, we'll talk about when this obligation, the sponsor's obligation, when does it end? Is it forever? Is it for a couple of years? Many people are wondering, are concerned that now that they signed the affidavit of support, are they bound for life? Well, I'll cover all these points, so make sure you watch this video all the way.
I've met hundreds and hundreds of Amazon sellers that have failed.
So let's take
if you're
this
trying to
off
start an
the
Amazon
screen.
business right now.
Let's take this off the screen and go back to regular programming. Here we go, guys.
All right, guys. So what just happened a few days ago? So a few days ago, out of the blue, USCIS posted on their social media accounts in bold letters, if you're a U.S. citizen, we're going after you if your green card holder, spouse, or the person that was going through the process of getting a green card took public benefits that they were not supposed to take, or now that they're green card holders, we found out about it, you're still going to be liable for this. They're making a massive operation to go after U.S. citizens who signed those affidavits of support and trying to crack down on them and say, hey, your family members took advantage, took these benefits, and now you are on the hook.
So as you heard, if you sponsor somebody into the country and they're going through the process prior to getting their green card, and even when they get their green card, you're still on the hook for them. So if they go and take public benefits, what they're doing now is enforcing the law that if those people take public benefits, and when I say public benefits, you're taking you're relying on the federal government to take care of you until you get on your feet. That's not supposed to happen. So the person who signs that affidavit, they're going to go after them for those monies that they took. So you got to be absolutely sure who you're signing an affidavit of support for. Not only that, but you also have to remember that when you sign an affidavit of support, whether you be the petitioner or the co-sponsor, you're responsible for that person until they become a citizen or they die, whichever comes first. Okay, so you got to be mindful of what's going on. We're going to take a couple more seconds of this, and then we're going to move on to where ICE will be targeting minors. So we have another attorney who's going to talk about that.
You have to pay. And so I understand that many of you are worried and you're watching this video and thinking, well, this is not a new thing. This has always been the case. And that's for sure. That is a true statement. But now what has changed, the USCIS is actually going to go and enforce it. They said they will enforce. They have the manpower, they have the tools, they have the money to go after those people, to look into those files and say, hey, this benefit, you shouldn't have used it because you didn't have a green card yet. And now you haven't paid this money back. We're going to go after your sponsor. So what are some of these benefits that you're not supposed to take while going through the green card process? Now, before we go over these 6 benefits, I want to ask you a big favor, guys. You're watching my channel every single week, but you're not a subscriber yet. So if you're watching this video right now, please click the notification bell, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. And I do a video every single week. Also,
so please like, share, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell, guys. Please keep this family-friendly show alive. Just go ahead, click subscribe, share it, and click that notification bell and keep us alive. Here we go.
Give us a like so YouTube will be able to show these videos to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your green card matter, with citizenship, with any immigration case, send me a text right here, 619-483-4549, or go to www.immigrationsap.com, leave your details, and one of our team members.
So let's dive into another segment, and hold on. Let's get into the 6 things that benefits you should not take. Here we go.
These benefits that if you are going to be taken advantage of while going through the green card process, your sponsor would be on the hook if you can't afford to pay it back. Number 1, supplemental security income, also known as SSI. These are federal cash assistance programs, typically reserved for the low income and the elderly, and also for disabled U.S. citizens and green card holder. If you're going through the green card process and you don't have a green card yet, or you're not eligible for these benefits because you didn't work in the United States or qualify for this, you are going to be liable to pay this money back. This is pure cash, federal cash, and you're not eligible for it. And if you can't pay it back, U.S. citizens who signed your affidavit of support.
$1. Can you even trade options for $1? Yes, and you can do it right now.
Let's get this off the screen and go back to regular programming, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is not small change, guys. Number 2, temporary assistance for needy families, also known as TANF, public assistance. This is also state-administered cash assistance for low-income families and families that have kids, low income, and this is provided by the state. And again, this is cash. And if you're not eligible for it, and you're not a green card holder yet or a citizen, and you're taking these benefits, you have to pay it back. And if you can't, the U.S. citizen that signed the affidavit of support is on the hook. Number 3, state, tribal, and local benefit cash programs. For example, like General Assistance Program, non-federal cash payments. These provide income support for needy families. Every state has a different version of it. If you take it, you don't have a green card yet, you're still going through the immigration process, you're on a visa here, you will have to pay this money back. And if you can't, your sponsor will be on the hook, and they're now enforcing it. Number 4, supplemental security income, also known as SSI. And this is specifically for refugees and other designated beneficiaries. If you're not part of these classes of people that qualify for this, you will have to pay it back. And if you can't, the U.S. citizen sponsor will be responsible for this. Number 5, long-term hospital stay at the government expense. For example, nursing home or mental health facilities at government expense. These are not private facilities. If the government has to pay for it and you're not eligible for it, the U.S. citizen will be responsible to pay it back. And finally, number 6, unemployment compensation in certain states. While it's not always listed in most places, unemployment benefits in some states, you're not eligible for it until or unless you have a green card. Again, it's maybe minor, but it is something that you have to check before you take any of these unemployment, because some of you might be eligible for some, but in most places, if a state provides it, you shouldn't be taking it. All right, guys? So these 6 points that I just mentioned to you guys, these 6 programs, and I'll repeat them again: supplemental security income, SSI, temporary assistance for needy families, state, tribal, local cash programs, SSI for refugee and other resettlement programs. You only have to be eligible if you're part of that group. Long-term hospital care, government funded. And finally, unemployment compensation provided by the state. Those, if you've taken them and you're not eligible, your U.S. citizen sponsor will be liable. But what are some of the programs that if you take, you're going to be okay? Medicaid is fine, except if you take it for long-term hospital stay. Otherwise, it's good. SNAP, supplemental nutrition programs. You can take it if you're eligible and it's not going to hurt you. Children's health insurance, also known as CHIP. It's fine as well. Section 8 housing vouchers. In some cases, it's also okay and won't be considered public charge. School lunch programs, also okay. Even if you don't have a green card and you're going through the immigration process, you won't be considered to be a public charge. Student loans or grants, it's also fine, not considered public charge if you're eligible. Any non-cash benefits should be fine. Remember, guys, what I just mentioned to you is something that many people who go through the immigration process are worried to take, and they're suffering as a result. So what I mentioned, you're 100% eligible, and please take advantage of it if you need it. But any cash benefits that you're not eligible for, your U.S. citizen sponsor will be liable for. And right now, with this new policy change, they're going after sponsors. Now, what does it mean? It means that if you are a savvy sponsor, you need to speak with your immigrant person you're sponsoring, understand that they need to understand, watch this video so they know what they're eligible and what they should not even try to take. As long as you meet the rules and you stay within these guidelines, you should be fine. Sponsors have been doing this for years and they never got into trouble. And we believe that even now it should be fine. It's more of a kind of like a propaganda from the government side, but it's also a good wake-up call for many of you to remember that if you sign.
So, ladies and gentlemen, so just to recap here, let's kind of go back on the video here so you can understand what the issues are, and so that you don't get scared because you've heard all of this. So let's start here about the things that you should not be taking. All right, so let's go again.
Guys, these 6 programs, and I'll repeat them again: supplemental security income, SSI, temporary assistance for needy families, state, tribal, local cash programs, SSI for refugee and other resettlement programs. You only have to be eligible if you're part of that group. Long-term hospital care, government funded. And finally, unemployment compensation provided by the state. Those
are the ones that you do not take. So let's move into what you can take, and it won't affect you. So let's hear that. Here we go. Let's get this off the screen and go back to regular programming. So here we go. So these are the things that you can take.
But what are some of the programs that if you take, you're going to be okay? Medicaid is fine, except if you take it for long-term hospital stay. Otherwise, it's good. SNAP, supplemental nutrition programs. You can take it if you're eligible and it's not going to hurt you. Children's health insurance, also known as CHIP. It's fine as well. Section 8 housing vouchers. In some cases, it's also okay and won't be considered public charge. School lunch programs, also okay. Even if you don't have a green card and you're going through the immigration process, you won't be considered to be a public charge. Student loans or grants, it's also fine, not considered public charge. If you
Okay, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can go back, check it out, and you will get the full drift of that. So I don't want to scare you, but there's things that you need to know before you go. And if you're sponsoring anyone, then you're gonna understand what you need to tell them. So if they're having a problem, then you need to seek legal advice as to the best option for you given your situation. So therefore, speak to an immigration attorney, speak to an immigration specialist. Know before you go, because it's extremely important. But we're gonna change gears and talk about can U.S. citizens be deported at the airport? And this was a question I was asked quite a few times. So I'm gonna let Attorney Brad Bernstein tell you. Can you be a U.S. citizen be deported at the airport? That was the question I was asked. And I said, that's an interesting question. But we're going to let Attorney Brad Bernstein answer that question. So let's get him on here right away. Let's see. I'm going to bring him on the screen momentarily. And here we go. So let's bring him on screen to answer that question. And the question is, can a U.S. citizen be deported at the airport? Let's let him answer that one for you. Here we go.
U.S. citizens must be allowed back into the United States. There is no person at an airport who can stop you from coming back internationally, even if you're a naturalized U.S. citizen. Even if you were not even born in the United States, but you have that U.S. passport. Even if you have 1 gazillion crimes against you. Even Hannibal Lecter would be allowed back in with his U.S. passport. Let me be clear. Nobody at the airport can take your U.S. citizenship away or prevent you from entering. Obviously, if there's warrants out for your arrest, you're going to get arrested. Everybody still has to go through customs. So if you have contraband, drugs, goods that you haven't declared, yes, you could have some questions asked of you, or perhaps even run into some trouble. But nobody with a passport can be denied entry or get deported at an airport. The only person who can take your U.S. passport away is a federal judge. And that would be through a denaturalization process that you would know is going on well in advance. So U.S. passport, stop worrying.
So you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. If you got a U.S. passport, don't worry. Travel. You don't have to worry, because if you have if you committed crimes, you're gonna go to jail. When you come back, they'll arrest you. And if you have contraband coming through the airport, they will arrest you because they'll find it. But only a federal judge can take your citizenship away. They can't take it away at the airport unless you're misrepresenting yourself. You're an imposter. Then that's a different case. Goodness gracious me. So stay connected, ladies and gentlemen. You will not be deported at the airport if you're a U.S. citizen. And also, with green card holders, if you're stopped at the airport and you go through secondary screening and they present you with a form to sign off to state that you're going to give up your green card, ask for an attorney. Don't sign anything. Don't say anything. Just ask for an attorney. And let the attorneys do their jobs for you, because they know best. So have an attorney's number on speed dial. You get what I'm saying? Or memorize that number, whether it be an immigration attorney or an immigration specialist. But I say keep an immigration attorney's number on speed dial. If you're coming through the airport, you go into secondary screening and they say to you, sign here. No. Ask for an attorney and take it from there. Let the attorney do your bidding for you. Just remember that. Be wise. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got one more good immigration news here. For those who say they're well off and they're millionaires, if you're a millionaire, then $1 million can get you and your family a green card. Yeah, you have $1 million US and you can throw it around, you know, instead of going to Las Vegas, the casino, or somewhere else in Europe or Africa or somewhere, or the Mediterranean, Canada, or anywhere in the world, and you want to dump $1 million US, instead of doing that, you can buy you $1 million can get you a green card. Yeah, you have $1 million US, you win the lotto, and you need a green card. $1 million US can get it to you. So check this out, guys. This is the final in tonight's series of immigration news that we're gonna give you. Let's see, this information regarding green cards. So if you have $1 million, you're good to go. All right. So here we go. Let's get that up here for a second, and let's see. Let's get that going. Let me see where it is. Okay, so here it is. I got the video, and let's get that up here to show you what $1 million can buy. So we're gonna go to Attorney Brad Bernstein to tell you what $1 million can buy you here in terms of green cards for your family. So let's get that going in, right now.
Would you pay $1 million for a green card? The new Trump Gold Card makes that possible. Starting late December 2025, you can fast track your way to getting a green card through the Gold Card program. Here's how it works. Personally donate $1 million to the U.S. Commerce Department, or have a business donate $2 million on your behalf to the U.S. Commerce Department. In exchange, you'll be put in an expedited process to get your green card. It's called the Gold Card. You'll be placed in the EB1 or possibly EB2 category. So that means your spouse and all your children under 21 would be included in your application. So the entire family would get their green cards all at once. The Trump administration is calling this the fastest way to become lawful permanent residents. But preparation takes time. The law isn't live yet, but we can start getting your documentation ready today. So you're first in line when the doors open. Call us now to find out about the Gold Card program and start preparing now. I'm Brad Bernstein. I'm an immigration lawyer in New York City. And
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear that again.
For a green card? The new Trump Gold Card makes that possible. Starting late December 2025, you can fast track your way to getting a green card through the Gold Card program. Here's how it works. Personally donate $1 million to the U.S. Commerce Department, or have a business donate $2 million on your behalf to the U.S. Commerce Department. In exchange, you'll be put in an expedited process to get your green card. It's called the Gold Card. You'll be placed in the EB1 or possibly EB2 category. So that means your spouse and all your children under 21 would be included in your application. So the entire family would get their green cards all at once. The Trump administration is calling this the fastest way to become lawful permanent residents. But preparation takes time. The law isn't live yet, but we can start getting your documentation ready today. So you're first in line when the doors open.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Attorney Brad Bernstein. If you got $1 million, or a business here has a couple of millions they can flaunt around, they can throw it into the U.S. Commerce Department, and guess what? Get your immigration attorney, like Attorney Brad Bernstein or anybody else of your liking, to prepare those documents for you. Because come December 2025, as he said, you can now buy your green card. Sorry for those who broke. So all those who said they have money, if you don't have $1 million, brother, or the company don't have a couple of millions, yeah, your family have to go take an next train. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our immigration news for this segment. And then now we're going to go into some community news. And as you know, it's Crazy Mondays, right? Crazy Mondays is here, and it's going on tonight, right now, at Mel's Bar in New Forest District in Manchester. You know, every Monday is Crazy Mondays, and it's always off the chain. I can tell you that. It's a beautiful thing. You should check it out. If you're in South Central Jamaica, go to Mel's Bar and Ian's Lawn in New Forest District in Manchester. It's a beautiful thing, and you won't be disappointed, because that venue on a Monday night or any other night, but especially on a Monday night, is off the chain. And the food is great because Father Ian himself cooks that food, and it's something to be reckoned with. And I'm telling you, Monday nights is Crazy Mondays. I don't have the flyer for you right now, but it's late. If you're in the area, you're just getting off work, and you have some time to kill, just go down to Mel's Bar, New Forest District in South Central Jamaica. That's New Forest District in Manchester. And you will be absolutely ecstatic of all the goodies that you will enjoy there at Mel's Bar. It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. And we say hats off to Mel for keeping it going. It is a beautiful thing. And I'm telling you, don't miss it. Just go there and enjoy yourself. All right. So here we go. Big up to Mel. All right. So we have also Manchester High School will have their alumni party on October 12th here in Queens, New York. That's 22507 Linden Boulevard in Cambria Heights, New York. That's in Queens. And it's going to be a big deal. It's called Mix and Mingle Lyman Games, October 12th. That's my high school, and they're having the Mix and Mingle. That's the Alumni Association, the Northeast chapter, and they're inviting all the Manchester High School, past Manchester High School students and present ones too, if you're around on October 12th. That's a Sunday, and just come out if the weather permits. Just mix and mingle, and that's a big deal. It starts at 3 p.m. and it ends at 9 p.m. So finger food is provided 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So come out, ladies and gentlemen, and support Manchester High School. You know what I mean? Alumni Association. It is a big deal. That's my school right there. It's a beautiful thing. All right. So also, we have Book It. Book It. And I can't play the music, but Book It is going to be on October 26th in Junction City, in Junction, St. Elizabeth. It is a big, big deal, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm telling you, the cheap tickets sold out. Now you have to contend with the higher prices because you did not listen to this program. Like, share, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell. The tickets were much cheaper, and now they're sold out, but you have some other tickets at a higher price. You got to grab them before they go, because the price at the gate, I don't know if it's going to be the same or more, but you don't want to go the night and find out. Buy your tickets now and get there. VIP tickets are 10 grand. General admission, 5 grand. But this is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. I am telling you. Big up to the Impact family, and we're going to try to get them on here. The owner himself, he doesn't like the spotlight, but he has his crew that will come on live and tell us about it. So just be aware that it's going to be a big deal. October 26th. That's a big deal. So don't miss it. Do not miss it. If you're in Jamaica or you're traveling to Jamaica, put it on your list. Just make sure you're there. because it's gonna be a big. It's always one of those parties that, believe me, it's one of those parties you can't miss. You know, just don't miss it. You will regret it. If you spend all this time and money to get to Jamaica, just go there. Check it out. It's Junction City in Junction, St. Elizabeth, one of the fastest growing towns in Jamaica. And it has KFC. It's got all your pizzas, burgers, and all that good stuff, and shopping. You name it. It's all there. You know what I mean? So, and book it. You know, it's a Paint the City edition. That's going to be off the chain. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to miss that, you know. So just go and check it out, guys. You won't regret it. In Junction, that's October 26th, if I'm right. Okay. Now I missed one. This is the game. Here we go. This is at the Blakey's Complex. This is October 25th. Now, the Game of Love is a play. It's Crossdale's production and the dramatist and attitude in association with the Blakey's Complex. That's Mr. Len Blake, the former member of parliament. And Blakey's Complex is a beautiful venue with a lot of off the road private parking on the location. So it is a grand venue. It's a beautiful venue that you will not be disappointed. And it's secure. It's gated. So don't feel say you can't come take up nothing from Rona Blakey's and you won't make it. So, ladies and gentlemen, the play is a good look for South Central Jamaica, and this is on Saturday, October 25th. It's called The Game of Love, and it's a Crossdale's production and dramatist. It's gonna be one of those plays that is gonna be hilarious all the way through. It's great. Check it out at Blakey's Complex. Normally you hear about these things in Kingston, Montego Bay, you know, and parts of St. Catherine, you know, Portmore and so on. But this is in South Central Jamaica on the border of Manchester and St. Elizabeth, where you have Blakey's Complex in Downs District in Manchester. If you need tickets, contact the Blakey's Complex. And the number is 876. It's right here in the poster. 876-804-9057. Let me read that again. 876-804-9057. You want to check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Blakey's Complex is going to come alive on October 25th. It's a Saturday. And it's the play called The Game of Love, in a venue that has adequate private parking. No matter how many you come there, you'll have enough parking. I'm telling you, there's enough parking there at Blakey's Complex, so you won't be disappointed. And it's private, and it's gated, so you're fine. So take your friend, your family, everybody to Blakey's Complex on October 25th, and check out The Game of Love play. It's by the Crossdale production, and it's going to be a big deal. Check it out. Also, Jerk Hut. Let's see, Jerk Hut in Tampa, Florida. That's my cousin's place. It's a series, a group of restaurants called the Jerk Hut in Tampa, Florida. They will be celebrating their anniversary this November. So check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. It's going to be off the chain. So, Tampa, Florida, Jerk Hut Restaurant. You can't miss it. It's a tourist attraction. It's the best Jamaican food you can have anywhere in Florida, and I would say across the United States. They have a buffet style. They have live bands. They have live artists that come through sometimes. And throughout November, they're going to have various things going on at Jerk Hut in Tampa, Florida. And it's going to be a big, big deal. Big up to Andrew Ashmead. So let's talk about Misha's Right Spot in Sear District in Manchester. On November 20th, Misha presents the Right Vibes, and it's going to be the 5th edition, and music is going to be by Uptown Movements at Misha's Right Spot Bar in Sear District in Manchester. So you can put Misha's Right Spot Bar in Google Maps, and it will take you directly there. You gotta be here early on November 20th. You gotta be here early. You just remember what I tell you. Be there early. The food is good. They always cook 2 or 3 times for the day because the food goes, and also the alcohol goes too. Yeah, they have to restock. So you want to be there early. You understand what I'm saying? So you just go there early on November 20th. You'll be fine. Go there early. I warned you, or you gotta wait if you go there late. Goodness gracious me. It's always fun. And the best part of this is to go early in the daylight or twilight and let the night meet you there, because you will have a chance, maybe a good chance, I'd say, to get parking early. So go early so you can get good parking. November 20th, Right Vibes 5th edition, Uptown Movements is going to be off the chain. The music is going to be great, guys. And that's Misha's Right Spot Bar in Sear District in Manchester. Big up to Misha every time. It's a big, big deal. So, Muma Sketel. This is December 6th. It's her annual party. She has been doing this year to year to year. She's very well respected. And this crowd is, that crowd that you often mingle with, because you're rub shoulder with some good people. You know what I mean? This is going to be one of those parties, December. It's winding down to December, right? So time I come now. So get your clothes ready now, man. Put where the money from now for this party here. This every year party is called Ambition Overhype. And it is for those people who are real. You know what I mean? Real to the thing. Mama Sketel thing. You understand me? This is going to be a big deal at Time Is Now Car Wash in Prospect District in Manchester. Tic Tac Sound and DJ Splendid will be providing the music, and Tic Tac has been there every year. So it's a big deal. Big up to Muma Sketel. You got to be here. Put down the money from now. December 6th. At least I know around Christmas time when it's spent out, but put on that money there from now. And if you're in the country, if you want the cheap tickets to fly into Jamaica, go ahead. December 6th early, and the ticket them cheap. So you can spend the weekend too. Goodness gracious me, I'm telling you. So, Ambition Overhype is going to be loaded with great people. It starts early and it ends late. But there's something there for everybody. You can take the family. Believe me, it's a beautiful location. Time Is Now Car Wash. And it is somewhere that you can feel comfortable at. The food is always great. I can tell you that. I've tasted it many times. And it's going to be awesome. And you will be among great people. So check it out. Ambition Overhype, December 6th, 2025. At Time Is Now Car Wash in Prospect District in Manchester. This is Muma Sketel as she presents her annual party. Big up to you every time. So we have my nephew, Chetty. Chetty has an every year party on December 26th. That's Boxing Day. And he does this year to year to year every time. So he always travels. And when he comes back, he throws down his big parties. And I'm telling you, you'll have, this one is called Cash Code, by the way. And it's Treddy and also the Ashley, that's Steve, his brother, my other nephew. That's the whole, they're doing their thing on December 26th at Mountain View Chill Spot, Sea Air District in Galchester. So someone called me today asking about Mountain View Chill Spot. They need a number or connection for that. I will get back to you about that. So Mountain View Bar, they needed to get in contact with someone there. I don't know if they're here in the United States or somewhere else in the world, but they contacted me about a contact number for Mountain View. And I'll get back to you with that very shortly. However, on December 26th, Cash Code is called with Chetty, that's Asha's Treddy, and the Ashley family. Those are my two nephews, Chetty and Steve. They have this annual event every year, but this year is called Cash Code. Cash Code is let's see. Is this saying oh, okay. I thought that was something else. But Shine Skull Movement, which is another family member to us, and also MC Marshall and Sean and Junior also will be providing the music. Now, this is 3 the hard way. So you have something for everybody. And remember, December 26th, just don't miss it, guys. It's a big deal. So, and also remember that if you're in South Central Jamaica and you feel like hanging out somewhere, you can always come to the Mystic Inn. That's my place in Sear District in Manchester. And you will have a great, great time, guys. It's a big, big deal. I'm going to put the Mystic Inn up here for you to see, and so that you can't miss it when you travel to South Central Jamaica. So just check it out, and whatever the drink prices are great. You want to stay outside, inside, or on the grounds. You know what I mean? You can always enjoy yourself when you're at Mystic Inn. So check it out. Here's the Mystic Inn, guys. So if you're in South Central Jamaica, just remember, check the Mystic Inn. You can go on Google Maps, and you will then, I'm sure, you'll find it. Just type in the Mystic Inn or NARAMP. You know what I mean? NAHRAMP, and you will find us. Okay, so big up yourselves every time. And we're going to switch over now to Facebook, and we're going to shut down YouTube. All right, so we're going to play a little bit of music, and then we're gonna close the show. So always pray when you're going out, pray when you're coming in, and remember, God is in control. Join us on Facebook right now and Instagram, where we'll play some music for you. And then we're going to close the show there as well. So you can look down below, and you can find us. You can donate to us right there if you want to keep the show alive. Send us your donations. Also, if you want to join the show on Facebook, check down below as well. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. And we say, God bless you all. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn right now. So we're going to play some music for you, and then